Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Pods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for a city update. I like city updates. So last time I left you, we were in a bit of a pickle because Ikea had discontinued our table. So our plan of raising up our mountain using the same table was a bit of a broken idea. Ian found a table similar but bigger on like a corner table on the for sale forum at his work, so I went and picked that up. In fact, the whole family went to pick it up, but it didn't fit in the car with the kids' seats in, so we had to take those out and I had to go back and get it later on. It's always fun to do this kind of stuff. But anyway, got that home. Eventually Ian found the time to rearrange the tables, and it was quite a lot of rearranging, so I did a quick time lapse of him doing it. A little bit more of Ian than you've seen before, but it was actually quite fun for me to watch this myself as well because I wasn't involved. I stayed away because when I'm involved in this kind of moving stuff and logistics, it just frustrates him and he gets annoyed with me. So it's better if I stay out of the way, even if I could be helpful. I think I'm generally not helpful. So you can see it's quite a tight space as well. So having two bodies in that space would probably not have helped. I think it just goes to show how physical Lego city building can be, and especially if you are not getting your tables sorted right from the start, which I think is impossible because you're going to make changes along the way. So you're going to have to rework, move, think about. It's a bit of a nightmare, but it's worth it in the long run. A lot of moving around of stuff and fixing some things that he'd broken. Moving the table over to the Winter Village side. And then back over to clear up and put the new table in on the other side. So let's head up to the Lego room now. The changes have been made and see what we can see. So you're probably expecting to see this change, given that you've just watched the time lapse. The Winter Village now has that second layer and it's gone up onto it. So we've got the tunnel underneath. But the other change that we've made in here, which is quite a big change, you'll notice there is no curtain anymore on this window. So we've fitted a blind, and by we I mean Ian has fitted a blind. It's pretty good. It lets in a little bit of light. I'm working on a way to sort of block out a bit more of that, and it does highlight that our neighbours who we bought the house from didn't paint where the curtain was, which is kind of frustrating. And there's also elements of dust that Ian has failed to tidy up, but it's pretty good. So the Winter Village itself, I will just scoot in a second to show you what we're doing with the mountain, but I've brought up the Monkey Kid Flower Fruit Mountain, as I said I would, and as you can see it is taller than that level that we've made, so I'm a little unsure how we're going to make that work. The problem we have is if you look here, we don't have much space between the windowsill and the table, so we might be able to raise it up enough to make that work, but I'm not sure. So Ian did all the raising up before we'd finished the Flower Fruit Mountain, so we didn't really know entirely what space we needed. So I'll zoom in, I'll get closer to the Winter Village and I'll show you what Ian's been doing over there. Okay, so there's a little bit of chaos going on in here, and in the room in general, because my daughter comes up here a lot more often now, and she just leaves sets on the floor, as you can see by down here. So this is going to be our mountain up here. This is going to be a tunnel, and Jane's going to come out the other side as well. And Ian's put it on like a slant. We were trying to maximise the amount of space we had on that next level. So if we were to do like an L-shaped bit, you'd get more space down here but less up there. So you're going to lose space no matter what. So we're trying our best. So we've got these three buildings sort of set into the edge of the mountain. That's the plan. And Ian started sort of prototyping, putting some bricks up. They won't remain that colour. And he started putting in some supports at the back. We're still waiting for our pieces from Lego to come, so we're kind of stuck on that at the moment. Ian keeps coming up and doing a little bit. I keep complaining that I want to do more of it, but he just gets on it at the weekend when I'm not here, when I've taken the kids swimming. So he also made a fair point that I can't actually reach over there, so I wouldn't be much help anyway. So we've got this, I made this measurement thing here, and so that's as tall as the Elsa castle is. So as you can see, we're quite close to the ceiling, so if we have to go up any more, that castle's gonna possibly hit the ceiling. But I think we can probably make this gap down here a little less of an issue by just raising it up the level of the windowsill. Then underneath, just got a couple of pieces there. That's going to be like our cave scene. So Ian's got a bear that he wants to put under there somewhere. I'm not sure what else we've got, but we've obviously got the train going under there. But we've got loads of space at the back, so what we're going to do with it, I do not know. And this end, we're probably going to have these modulars butting right into the mountain, so the backs of those won't be seen. Be interesting to work out. You can see this part's literally everywhere. Let's have a look and see how the tunnel's looking. It's not very attractive, but it's a very white mountain as well. I think I was imagining more sort of stone with white bits on it, but I don't know. Ian and I haven't really talked this through enough, but it's looking like it's got potential. Just need to iron out a few things. So while we're up here, I will give you a quick zoom round of the room, just because it's nice to have a quick update. So there's the raised winter village. Nothing else really has changed apart from there's now a gap in that table there from where Ian's moved all the tables around, so the crocodile locomotive goes over that. But I think that'll be fine. We'll put some base plates in eventually. The fairground is a little sparser than it was. That's all down the street level, where Ian moved it to sort of move all that table about. You can't quite see from here, but there's another base plate spanning a really big gap, and that window there is normally open when I'm filming to let some more light in, but I'll show you in a second why I couldn't do that. But yeah, there's just general chaos of sets and tools and things that Ian has sort of left behind. But on a whole, it's getting fuller. It's looking messy, but I'm enjoying seeing it grow. And I think we are done now with the table fiasco, and I think we've now got all our tables in. Although never say never. Okay, sorry for the darker light here, but as you can see, this is why I can't get to that window. That base plate that's sticking out into the space, that used to be the space I would go to be able to reach to open that window. And so now I can't fit in there. My bum's just too big. So I can't open the window without Ian's help. He's got the longer arms, so he can stand in that standing hole. It's fine for him, but I can't reach. So give you a quick spin round from the other side of the room. You can appreciate that cleaner line on the window without the curtains. We obviously do keep that blind closed when we're not in the room, so to minimise sort of sun damage to the parts. I'm really looking forward to how that mountain is then going to look. I think it's going to be quite a presence over there. So I always like to end my city updates with a quick review of the backlog. So here it is. I've only done the one cupboard this time because the other cupboard is unchanged and a bit of a mess. But you can see there are some spaces in the cupboard right at the bottom. Although I did find a few sets that were on the floor, which I've now put in the cupboard. So overall, the mess in the room is getting better. The cupboard, not getting much better, even though we're building so much stuff. So if you want to just building stuff, we do that on a Sunday evening, 8:30, on a live stream on YouTube. So you can come and join us for that. And hopefully we'll eventually get through this backlog. Okay, so that was the city update. We had tables added in, we had blinds being fitted, and mountains starting to rise. So it's all going on. There's lots still to do. Hopefully we can get that mountain sort of a bit higher before Christmas. Make sure you stick with us to see that. Let me know what you think of the progress in the room in the comments below. Would you move the table up an extra inch just to make that flower fruit mountain work better? I think it has to be done, but Ian seems reluctant because it's more work for him. If you've enjoyed this city update and you want to see others, then I'll link up my city update playlist now so you can check those out. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.